Hello everyone, I know I took some time off, but I'm back, and I'm back to share something very special with all of you, which is my first broadcast appearance, which was on none other than the Ultimate Fighting Championship, aka the UFC. If you don't care about fighting, don't worry, I'm not going to talk about fighting, but I am going to talk about how I wasted no time. I got straight to my moment, and I'm just going to show you what that moment is right here.
Hey guys, Laura Sanko here for Quick Hits presented by Jose Cuervo, and I am joined by YouTube star, social media influencer, rapper, comedian, podcaster, astronaut, Noel Miller. I mean, literally, you do it all, but tonight you're a UFC fan.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge UFC fan. I love MMA. I've been watching it for like 10 years, so it's cool to be here.
You having fun tonight so far?
Oh yeah, most definitely, yeah. I had a chat with Dana earlier. He said that I could fight any 8-year-old I want in the octagon. Yeah,
we're setting this up.
Yeah.
Have you picked out an 8-year-old to fight?
I'm thinking any like rich toy reviewer on YouTube. That way I can get the biggest payout possible.
I know who you're maybe.
Who?
Well, I mean, my son's A. I'm not going to say any names. You have to say it.
Ryan's Toys. Watch your back. You think it's a joke? I'm bringing all 100 years of pain that I've felt to your front door. That's right. On my first invite by the UFC, on my first interview segment by the UFC, yeah, I called out an 8-year-old to fight him, and it felt good, mostly because I feel when it comes to sports, people take themselves too seriously, so to be able to get up there and f around a bit and be on that side of it was good. It's not to say that all sports people are serious, but you get what I'm saying. It was a crazy, crazy experience, and I just felt like I had to talk about it for a number of reasons. You know, the first one being, I've watched MMA for an embarrassingly long time, specifically the UFC. I would think I've been watching this sport over 15 years, and I would talk about it like I went to Vietnam or something. You know, I wouldn't even say the amount of time I've watched the sport. I would very proudly state the first fight card I saw. You know, I would tell people, man, the first time I watched MMA was Tito Shamrock 2. And all the people who work for the UFC, they were kind of impressed, but I would say they were more bewildered. All their reactions were the same, which was, oh shit. That was a long time ago, man. The first fight I saw was Tito Shamrock 2.
Oh, and that's a long time.
Yeah, and I've been watching pay-per-views pretty much ever since then.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And I just felt all of them wanted to follow up with, is everything all right? Are you good? Why have you been watching this sport for that long? What are you avoiding? Because you know how dads are, football dads, that something goes bad in their life and they fill that void with football. I think maybe MMA was that for me for some time. But nonetheless, I used to watch the UFC with my friends in a living room where we'd all be putting in $5 to $10 and arguing about $5 to $10 to pay for the pay-per-view. And to go from that to being there ringside is crazy, because in my lifetime I never really expected me to be ringside at a UFC event. Being there changed me for a couple reasons. The first one being, a lot of people make fun of Joe Rogan, just period. But in MMA, people make fun of Joe Rogan sometimes for the way he discusses fighter physique. And I would make fun of Joe for that. But being there and seeing people that big or, that ripped up, punching each other in the fucking face, that's all you can say. You're just sitting there admiring a dude's biceps and shit. You're just like, damn, that guy's ripped. You can't deny it, The other thing is that, the main event was a heavyweight fight. It featured Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane. The co-main was Davison Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno. And I have to say, not that I am any point of the universe, but I definitely cursed those guys. I went on the UFC Instagram account and in my quick hit segment, and I was like, oh man, Brandon's gonna take this shit and Cyril's gonna take this shit. And I was so wrong. I was so wrong because they both lost.
Hey everybody, Noel Miller here at UFC 270. I'm very excited because I'm very sure that Cyril Gane is gonna take it today. But I do love you, Francis, so if you win, I was rooting for you the whole time.
2 hours later.
Looks as though Ngannou will end the fight. A tough start.
I guess that means you can't take any of my fighter picks seriously ever, because maybe I'm still a filthy casual after all these years. But to see fighters in person is a whole different thing. Francis looks how I imagine myself when I do a crossbody hammer curl with 20 pounds in front of a mirror. I think I look like Francis Ngannou. That's how I feel inside. but he is that. And to see someone who's actually that size punch another human in the head is crazy. That dude would, you know, put his fist through the air, and I know everyone who watched the fight was like, it was boring, it sucked, whatever. Man, you feel that shit so much differently in person. You know, it looks like two mastodons running at each other. I mean, it just doesn't feel real at moments. It's surreal, if I could use a bigger word. I had these moments where I would be just so drawn into the fight and I'm screaming, and I have to remind myself, dude, you're not in your living room. Like, you gotta shut the fuck up right now. And it was cringe, you know? The people around me would be kind of dead silent, and I would go, oh! But, you know, fuck it, I was geeked. You know, I can't deny that I was geeked to be there. And I actually took some time during the event to like pause and look at my constituents, look at my peers, and see who is so engaged with this primal behavior. And I was surprised, you know. I was sort of expecting a crowd like a monster truck show. I was expecting predominantly 12-year-olds and then dads who were just upset about life. And it wasn't that. It was people of all types there watching this, and they all shared one thing in common. They were all alcoholics. Now, they were just all very spirited. The rage in that room that people were getting out, it was probably healthy. You know, there's a lot of yelling. I think there are people in there screaming during big moments just to scream. It could pass as sort of like a ticketed event for like yoga moms to get out there and just release. That was just the energy in the room, and it was dope. You know, I just have to double, triple down on the statement that everything is better in person. Which, by the way, you can come see me in person this weekend in Houston, noelmillerlive.com. I think the Saturday night show is almost sold out, if it isn't sold out already. So buy some tickets, come to the show. It's going to be great. I've been working out a bunch of new material, and I'm stoked to, you know, get it out there and get it in front of you guys. I'm also sort of counting down the days until I get a positive COVID test, because I know it was in that room somewhere, you know, knock on wood. I hope it doesn't happen, but it was definitely in that building. It had to have been that many people, you know, or maybe I'm just, you know, paranoid because I haven't really been in front of a crowd like that in a long time. It was also great because I got to run into some people, comedian Rocky Dale Davis, and I actually ran into Andrew Schultz, so shout out to both those guys. It was all around just a very special night, you know, regardless of what you think about the UFC or MMA, you know. But yeah, I mean, if there was any message I wanted to send maybe with this video, it's that, you know, sometimes you like stuff and shit doesn't have to be wrapped in irony all the time. You know, you can like something. Sometimes I feel irony plays a big role in how people communicate with each other or communicate about things, and they're just, you know, afraid to admit that they like something. I suffer from this all the time. You know, I say I like something, but then I down it, or I preface it by calling myself, you know, I'm a nerd for liking this. Well, fuck it, man. You don't have to do that if you like something. I like watching two guys greased up in a ring punch each other in the head. I like it, man. I like watching two guys, you know, wrap their arms around each other and, you know, choke one and look into the other's eyes and be like, have you had enough? And the other one's like, I won't tap. You know, I love it, man. So whatever. I had a great time. Thank you to the UFC for bringing me out. And yeah, man, if you get a chance to watch anything live, you know, I don't care what it is that you like, you know, race cars, sports, I don't know, maybe you're like a digital horse girl, you know, you watch equestrian events from home through a screen. But I would encourage you, go live that horse girl experience in person. If you get a chance, you know, if you enjoy some type of art or performance art, go see it in person, man. It's such a different world. And yeah, do that. Again, I'll be live in Houston this weekend, so come to the show. And if not, I'm gonna try to upload 1 or 2 more times this week just to kind of make up for the lack of videos. And honestly, I want to be able to do more videos like this where I can just kind of talk to camera. You know, I think a lot of the times when I make videos, I think I focus on the performance aspect, and a lot of the way I construct my videos is I'll either work with my production assistant Alex, or I'll just see something and I'll kind of look away from it and I'll wait to the last moment, which is when I go to record. And I'm always trying to give you my reaction in real time. I do very little in the way of preparing these videos, and like, that's cool, you know, just shooting off one-liners and stuff is fine, but I think it's doesn't give you guys dimension sometimes with, I don't know, the shit that's going on in my head. And sometimes I just want to talk more freely about stuff. And so, yeah, let me know how you feel about this video. I won't give a fuck because I'm still probably going to do videos like this. But, you know, if you like it, cool. If you didn't like this video, just shut the fuck up and press the like button anyway. Yeah, guys. Anyway, I'll see you all soon with something else. For now, goodbye.
Hey, shit's play, man, I had to switch it up. Yeah, might lose a few, ask me if I give a fuck.